Hey, what's on guys? My name is Brad, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another Duel Links video, welcome back to another Legacy of the Duelist Link Evolution video. That wasn't right. We're going to roll with it anyway. Today, Konami officially announced that Link Evolution is coming to the Switch in the West in summer 2019. So that means you're going to be looking at around, June, July, August, that kind of time frame for this game to be dropping for us. And that could mean some really cool things in terms of the card pool, which is really exciting. So, let's go through the announcement. I'll leave a link to it in the description down below. This is from the UK side of things. They have the most screenshots, but it's the same across the EU side as well, and I assume that the American announcement will be coming very shortly. But Konami today announces that Legacy Duelist Link Evolution will be coming exclusively to Nintendo Switch in summer of 2019. We just said that. Based on the official trading card game, Link Evolution brings more than 20 years of Yu-Gi-Oh! History to the Nintendo Switch. Players will take on iconic duelists from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Universe, reliving stories from the original animated series through Arc 5, and challenge the newest duelists from VRAINS. So what this to me means is, well, obviously the entire story mode of Arc 5 is there, which is great, but VRAINS is getting the short end of the stick, and we don't know how much of it we're getting. We've seen from the Japanese screenshots that we're getting at least 3 duels: Night Hanoi, Blue Angel, and Go on Izuka. That's going to be our 3 kind of duels confirmed so far. But we might not get things like Emabesso or Revolver or some of the other characters in the first arc, which it would make sense to include the first arc in this game. The sub's been out on Crunchyroll for a year now, or more than a year now, or at least the first season's been finished for a year now. The dub has been finished for season 1, that's been aired in Canada and Australia, so it doesn't really make too much sense to not go the entire way, but they could do DLC and stuff, so who knows what they're going to do with VRAINS, but it would be nice if the way they're wording this is just because, the whole story mode of VRAINS won't be finished. That might be a nice way if they're doing it like this. If it's just like, hey, have the first arc of VRAINS, that'd be cool. If it's, hey, have 3 characters, that's pretty bad. But we're also getting more than 9,000 cards, the most in any trading card game video game, which is true. And the interesting thing about this is that in the TCG we have like 9,300 cards right now. And so could this mean that by the time this comes out in July, we have access to all of those 9,300 cards? Because that would include things like Savage Strike and Structure Deck Soul Burner, the things that Japan missed out on. So it'd be interesting to see if they, change up the card pool, make it so it's TCG focused, have a TCG ban list, have all the TCG exclusive like the Danger cards. That'd be kind of cool, and it would definitely mean that people, fans would want to double dip if they're, buying the Japanese version early, then playing this one. I know I'm going to probably double dip because 3-month gap between the games is pretty big, especially for making content on the channel. So obviously we'll have the Japanese version as soon as it comes out on April 25th, and then we'll get this one and play through this as well. And hopefully this one has TCG exclusives. That'd be really cool if they did split them and made sure that, you appeased both audiences. Japan gets their version, the rest of the world gets their version, and I know that the Japanese announcement said worldwide, but then the official website says nationwide. So it does make sense it to be nationwide rather than worldwide, especially for a game releasing so many months later and potentially having more content in the West, unless of course Japan gets an update or something, or maybe they're waiting because a lot of the cards in Japan will be out by that time in Dual Power. So swings and roundabouts, really. It's kind of hard to say where they're going with this and why the release date is so far back when clearly the game has been is being worked on. It is a port of the PS4 and Xbox One version, so a lot of the content is already there. It's just kind of translating the cards, which they already have done because they already released in the TCG and they already had, and just translate the story mode. So I don't see how there's so much that warrants this release date being so far apart, unless they're doing something to change up the balance, change up the card pool, things like that. Comes with all the previously released Legacy Duelist content, which obviously this is how they're selling it, as an expanded port, an expanded offering. In Japan it was a brand new game because they never got the original, but here it is an expanded port, which is a good way to sell it. Don't sell it as a brand new thing, just sell it as a nice upgrade for fans that want to take the Legacy Duelist experience and plop it on the Switch, plop it on the go, take it on the train, take it on the bus, whatever. Additionally, compete with battle packs for sealed play and draft play. So this feature from the original is coming back over to this version. Now, we don't know what the sealed play thing was for Japan. It could be battle pack draft, it could be that. It would be interesting if Japan got something different, because that format isn't supported in Japan, so, and those packs never came out, so it wouldn't make much sense to have that format there, and they could have their own exclusive packs, and that'd be interesting to see if they do change things up, and maybe Konami will have a different battle pack out by then. That could be kind of cool if they had like a VRAINS or like a Link focused battle pack out in the TCG at that point that they bring into Link Evolution. That'd be cool if they did that. They probably won't, but still, it would be an interesting thing, and I would again like to see if there is that difference between between the the Link the US one and the Japanese one, because as well, remember, we had shield battles. What are shield battles? This doesn't mention anything about shield battles, so clearly there's something else here that we're not getting. And that's pretty much it for the announcement. We have some screenshots, of course. This one they're showing off because this one was the first screenshot they revealed for the original game, so it's kind of like a nice callback. We also get Arc 5 story mode screenshots finally in good quality. So clearly, I believe this duel was actually in the original campaign, I think, but kind of skipped over, like there's no cutscene, so nice we're getting a cutscene for it now. The presentation looks exactly the same, but you can also skip the events. I don't know if you could do that in the original. I can't remember if you could just straight skip them once you started playing it. I know you could skip it at the beginning, but I don't know if you could do it from the start, so that's really cool. Then we have, again, more screenshots of, just dueling, and again, this is the first story mode duel of the VRAINS era. This is Playmaker versus the Knight of Hanoi. Clearly, showing Deco Talk. Again, it's also confirming that TCG focused, we are getting the TCG artwork and stuff, so Monster Reborn is in place of its original one. We are getting no watermark as well, which is a nice bonus, It's nice we're not getting a watermark on these things. And the card art does look like this, the actual card artwork things does look pretty low quality, but again, if it's on the Switch and this is in handheld mode, then that makes sense because, small screen, whatever. And then a close-up shot of Dark Magician's animation, which looks way better than the one in the original Legacy Duelist game, which is really nice to see. So that is it. That is all the new kind of stuff we've got for Link Evolution right now. So it's coming to the West. It's gonna have 9,000 plus cards as the the Japanese version does. Maybe they'll be different. Maybe they won't be. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see until they announce more information. So let me know your thoughts on this English release confirmed. Are you hyped? Are you excited? Are you not excited? Were you hoping for a PS4, Xbox One, PC release as well? Obviously, it's saying it's coming exclusively to the Switch in summer 2019, but it could mean that some point down the line we get a PC, PS4, Xbox One port. That'd be kind of cool. Or maybe they're waiting for like the next gen because that'll probably be out by next year, and it doesn't make too much sense to put business resources into developing it. Who knows? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next Duelings video. See you then.